And we're up.
Okay, welcome back to Drakkenheim. Um, Last time you guys left the inscrutable tower and had a choice to make. Go go and uh, help the you guys are seemingly falling on the side of the hooded lanterns in the impending war, and you had a choice to either go help them and or uh, speak with slash fight the Silver Order, or go and speak to the Queen of Thieves and maybe get some suspicions confirmed, or and maybe potentially create a more firm alliance with her. And that is the path you all chose. And you
She's
made
just
your
going to be
way.
some random lady and we're all going to die.
You made your ways there, and uh, you guys are now starting here
So
in
just
the.
just for the listeners, a reminder that her name we think is Katerina.
Yes,
Okay.
Katarina von Kessel.
Princess of Drakkenheim. You think
Kitty
And
to her friends.
cat.
I shouldn't call her Kitty.
No. Also, don't meow at her. Amnar can. That's fine.
Well, of course he
anyway?
can. It's cultural.
Uh, Making your way back here, um, the sounds of the arena below, the fighting pits, you know, uh, faintly make their way up here. You can tell there's still stuff going on below, but the people who were sort of guarding the door, as it were, that is to say, sitting here last time, uh, they're not here.
Not
All that
ominous at all.
all that remains is the uh, automaton bartender.
Should we ask the bartender where everybody is?
You go up and speak to him, and he doesn't have the processing power to reply to that. All he can do is ask you what you want to drink.
He has that weird nap juice, right?
He sure does.
Should we let Amnar drink the weird nap juice?
I mean, if he wants to.
Well, so he's injured, right?
uh, yeah, it looks like he's got some health missing.
Or are these up to date?
I think so.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
we did like some
I drug
stress.
them onto the screen, so a few hours ago, so I would assume they're up to date.
Okay.
Yeah, we were fighting those trolls last time.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it would be twofold of letting him heal up. Um, well, I don't know. We might have to make a fast exit. Never mind.
No, this when I open his character sheet, it says he's full health, so I don't know. But yeah, he's not here, so we'll not worry about it right now.
All right,
That
so
fixed it.
we go back towards the queen.
I'll say if there is a chance that she is cat. I kind of would like to confront her myself about that.
Any response to that?
We are in a new era, the era of trust. I'm going to trust Finch to not not come out and be like I've changed sides.
So, are you wanting to walk back there alone, Finch? Or what exactly is your plan here? Or your
I
not
mean,
say
maybe we all
plan,
go in
what's your
there together,
desire?
but I would ask for like an audience alone with her, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe we could stand in the doorway at a long distance so we can't hear, but we can see if this person turns out to be a stranger who ganks you.
Also, yeah, maybe I will summon my dog to have near me. So if something goes wrong, I'll leave the dog with y'all, and something goes like wrong, and I get attacked or something, that they can signal.
The signal is if the dog disappears, you're dead.
All right. So, I'm just gonna move you guys to the audience room, and as you guys walk in, um, it seems abandoned. The illusions of the people, they're not there. There's no queen or illusion on the throne. Um, the the music that was playing before, gone. All you can hear is the faint sound of battle from the trap door, the arena below.
Well, it seems like we need to explore down there. Is there something we should explore up here first, though?
Well, there are certainly some hallways that you guys have not really been down. I think you made it maybe one room back before, but there's more to go down and see.
I mean, somebody had Find Familiar.
I mean, I could use my puppy.
I'm just
It's
thinking
essentially
we
what
need
we
more
need.
of a bat than a riding mastiff.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the stealthiest thing, but I could send him down there to check out what's going down there. I can communicate with it telepathically.
Beethoven sneaking in the back of the room.
I'm pretty sure his name was Ruben.
That's right.
I was teasing because he said Beethoven, even though that's the movie about the dog. And never mind. Continuing on.
Yeah, I mean, we want to focus on getting her attention. I mean, you could also. I don't know. My sense of drama says that if you were to just like step into the back of the arena in the crowd, she would somehow notice you.
Oh, the arena is far below. That's on a different. This is hallways um leading back to, like I said, places you haven't necessarily been before.
Right, but we don't necessarily want to go rifle through her bedroom. We want to go talk to her, right?
It'd probably be the safer thing to do. I would be
At the
afraid of
moment,
being
at
caught
the
by
moment, you don't
somebody
know
over
where she is.
Maybe you could write a cute note on the dog that's like, "Cat, we need to talk," signed Finch, and then send the dog down the hallway.
Yeah. And then we go down to the fighting pits. I mean, I could literally leave Ruben here until somebody returns. Leave a note around him.
I will follow your lead.
I think I like that plan.
I know that two of our players are not here. Amnar and Bull. And I certainly don't want to squash anyone's plans or anything of that nature. However, I feel like in the spirit of Bull, I should say what I think his inclination might be. And Harry, as it's your brother, you could call me on this, but I feel like Bull and Hayden as a player would like to take this opportunity to potentially find his axe, since the queen is not here, seemingly.
You would
Mm-hmm.
I
definitely take
don't
the
know
opportunity.
I don't know how aggressively he would make that stance. Um,
But I mean, if we pull this off, chances are good that he gets his axe back and his debt is forgiven. And if we screw this up, we could lose the entire kingdom.
Yeah.
That's potato, potato. But I think he listened to two sides of the story. One, he wants his axe back, right? We already confirmed that. But two, he'd also listen to us as a voice of reason. And we'd probably just tell him we can just buy him a new axe eventually.
Yeah, because if he takes the axe, it is just going to escalate things in the worst way.
And he also might just go down there and be a distraction and hop in the fighting ring too. But like I said, if someone's the voice of reason, he'll also follow that. I think this scenario sounds like we don't want him to go look for his axe. That's probably what he's gonna do.
All right. So your plan is to leave a note.
Yep. Leave a note tied around Ruben and tell Ruben to sit and stay.
And how long do you want him to wait?
Indefinitely until somebody comes.
Okay. Um, are you able to know when someone comes?
I can communicate with him telepathically as long as I'm within 1 mile.
Okay. Okay. Then yeah, remember when I said that this session could potentially be short depending on what you guys decide to do? um uh what's your next plan then?
I assume then we check out the fighting pit and see what all the commotion is going on down there.
All right. Um I'm assuming you mean you're not wanting to go into the arena yourselves yet. You're wanting to go talk to the people around the area.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Sorry, I need to drag your characters onto new map. Okay, you guys go back out into the bar area and you go to one of the staircases leading down. And that brings you back down into the fighting pits area. You just came from this direction. That's where you came out of. So heading this direction will take you to where people are. What exactly are we looking for, or who are we looking for? A person or things? Are you wanting to get back in and fight in the arena?
Guess just trying to figure out why nobody's upstairs and where everybody is and just what's going on. Trying to see if the queen is actually down here or like in a crowd.
All right. After some walking about, uh, here I'm gonna move you back here. After some walking about, You do run into a familiar face, Black Jack Mel, who originally brought you guys down here to begin with, was sort of your promoter for a hot minute. Got you into the arena, got you to prove yourselves, all that jazz. Um, so at least it's someone you have a connection with.
I'd say, hey,
Shall we go
hey,
say hi?
Mel. We're
Oh, it's you guys. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. What you doing? You here to fight again? I think we can make some major coin if you want.
actually we've got some pretty important information for the Queen. We're trying to seek an audience. Do you know where she is?
The queen, she hardly ever comes down here. Um, and come to think of it, I haven't seen her for a little bit myself. Yeah, I mean, being great friends with her and all, but just haven't had a chance to catch up and have a drink with her in a bit.
Well, do you know any way that we could get a message to her or find her?
Oh, a
Very
message to the
important.
queen? I don't know about that. She's pretty selective. I would have thought you guys were in her good graces. You beat her champion after all. Did she not? Did she not fulfill her promise to grant you a boon? I'm sure she did.
Well, if you see her, let her know that we're looking for her and we have some information that she'll definitely be interested in.
That's so. Uh, why don't you tell me what that information is, and maybe I can relay it to her next time I see her.
Sorry, it's so sensitive that I couldn't trust anybody but the Queen
Come
with it.
on now. We're great friends, you and I, and me and the Queen. Come on.
I'm telling you, this info is it's juicy. It can only go to the Queen.
He absolutely looks a little crestfallen at that. Um, yeah, he's not a fan. I mean, he's not angry at you, but he's sad that he doesn't get that information.
So yeah, if you see her, just let her know that we she wants to speak with us.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen her in a couple days. Even her guards are gone. I don't know where they might have run off to, or what they might be. They might. You know what? You know what I bet it is? I bet they've got a big score. Something that draws the queen away from here. It must be big.
Can we kind of maybe insight whether he is telling the truth about not knowing anything about her, or
Yeah, go
if
for it.
he's not saying something he knows?
Yeah, roll some insight. Did you do that with advantage for a reason?
Nope.
Okay, so you rolled a 2. Yeah, he's definitely telling the truth.
Yep.
I love that you have a -1, by the way. I was like, how do you have a 2 without it being red? And it's because you rolled a 3, actually.
I'm good at one thing only.
Could Hudson and I take a crack at it?
Yeah, sure.
So Knock is a little nervous. Feels like there's a lot riding on this. Um, No, I'm not good at that. Oh well, I won't.
Are you gonna try and intimidate?
Yeah, I'm not actually good at it though, so
I mean, I could try and. Let's see.
Hudson, are you going to give it a shot?
Emanate. I might as well. What's the worst that could happen?
No, you're wanting insight, not intimidation.
I thought you said intimidation, if I'm being honest. Little man was kind of distracting me. Sorry about that.
So with 2 13s, um, Knock and Hudson, you think that he's being honest, but also that maybe he's holding a little something back. Um,
I mean, the way I
based
see
on
it, there's sort of three options. Either he genuinely does know something, which is kind of how he's presenting himself, or he is distracting us while something nefarious is happening further down, or he has no idea what's happening and he's scared to death.
well, one thing you do know about him is that one thing you know for sure about him is that he is very driven by money. Um, Not that any of you would be necessarily proficient at it, but potentially a bribe might be able to sneak a little more information out of him.
Well, let me try and persuade him and slip a couple gold pieces into his hand at the same time.
Well, I'm going to say this. You rolled a 2 on your insight. So you don't you don't clock this. It would need to be Knocker Hudson who push harder, unfortunately. Because I know you've got persuasion, but but to your
I
to
trust it
your
yet.
untrained eye, this guy is completely honest, and you have expended all resources. But if Knocker Hudson would like to be like, oh come on, man, um,
Well,
then
if he
you
likes
can
wine,
maybe
you
try.
could have him probably put a wager on it.
That would be something he would certainly be interested in.
And then use the power of bull. The bulls as our fight for us.
Well, present him with an argument or a bribe or something, and potentially he might have a little more for you.
Alright, Knock, what do you think that we have Bull go down to the arena to fight, and if he wins, he gives us all the information we want.
I'm trying to see if I even have any money anymore. I guess I have money.
I
Uh,
was gonna say, surely you guys have some cash.
I think I bought a lot of items at one point. Um, And we just spent like
Amnar's character sheet says he has 234 gold.
Knock is
Aiden
not.
says he has 1,058 gold.
Knock is really not feeling the idea of like getting distracted here because we have this sort of double deadline. Like, not it's not just that we need to talk to her, but we need to talk to her, get things moving, and go address the Silver Order issue. Knox is going to pull out 50 gold.
And pull out 50 gold and say what?
I wish I had points in intimidation instead of persuasion because I really just want to pull a gun on him. Look, Mel, you have two outcomes from this moment. There's the guy who really does a solid for his friends and for the queen, and everybody's really happy with him. And this is where he sort of jingles a little coin pouch, and maybe something, a little something falls on his side. The alternative is you hold back some important piece of information, and things like the city burning down, the queen expressing her displeasure in her myriad forms, and your friends here just being disappointed in you, Mal. So, which would you prefer?
His eyes definitely get big at the pouch of gold that you're holding out. And he sort of looks around and goes, "Oh, okay, okay. So this is what I know. All right, the queen, she's been holed up all by herself for a few days. Yeah, and then she sends out a messenger. You hear? You didn't hear this from me. I'm no rat. She sends out a messenger over to that Lucretia Matthias over at the with the fallen fire down near the meteor. And he comes back with a note, and the queen set out shortly after that. Haven't seen her since. I'm sure there's something big going on, but I don't know what it is. That's all I know. And he'll reach for the pouch of gold.
Nock is so conscious of the fact that the city burning down didn't even register with Mel, but the pouch of gold did.
Oh yeah, he does not care about the city.
There's like, for just a second, if you're listening really closely, there's a creaking sound as like the hand that's resting on the delirium hand cannon like tenses up just a little bit. And then Nock lets out a deep breath, and he tosses the pouch to Mal.
Yeah, he does not care about the welfare of this city at all. If it goes away, he'll go away too and find another area to make his money in. From his perspective, this city's there's nothing worth saving in this city. It's just a nice place to make some gold. And everyone is all on their own. But yeah, he'll take that gold and say, "Thank you very much. Um, if you are ever in need of my services again, you know where to find me." And he'll shuffle off.
Nock is just sort of exuding killing intent and just thinking about finding Mel in an alley by himself one day.
So, that begs the question, what are you going to do now? You know the queen isn't here, hasn't been here for at least a day. And, yeah. At least according to him. You guys did roll just 13.
Okay, new plan. We need Hudson. You can cast the sending spell. We need to go take a long rest. You can swap spells, and we can send a message directly to her.
You got it. What spell was that again?
Sending?
Is sending the one that's like 25 words or
Found it.
less?
Yeah, 25 words, but they get to respond. And I think that we should let Finch pen the words.
Oh boy.
I'm going to need you guys to all roll Arcana.
All of us?
Yep.
He's going to tell us it doesn't work in the city. All right, let's go to the Falling Fire.
Oh, I think he has kind of alluded to that before, that some of those like teleportation and sending spells don't really work through the haze.
Yeah. I have certainly alluded to that before. And with those rolls, I'll say you guys think it would probably work. But based on the knowledge you have, there's a chance the whole message doesn't get through, or that maybe it gets jumbled, or all kinds of fun things. Your mind flashes back to the tower and the teleportation circle that was in front of it, and the people who were mangled and half in the ground, and all kinds of fun things. And you imagine that something similar could potentially happen with words that are being sent in a similar manner. And with that being said, you are not near either of the towers anymore. Where are you wanting to long rest?
You just want to rest in the queen's office.
She's pretty, from what you can tell, she is pretty. This whole place is pretty much in the haze. Now, with maybe she has some way of long resting that you guys are unaware of. But from everything you've seen, uh, there's no way for you to long rest in this area. But you do know she spends a whole lot of time here, so maybe there is a way.
I mean, if we're also on a time crunch to save the city from burning down, I have a ton of time to for long rest too.
This brings us back to our original problem, though, of who the heck are we? Like,
I don't have much like to stand on if we just go directly to the Silver Order?
Yeah, like we don't have leverage with the Silver Order. If we get the Queen on our side, we can get the Lanterns on our side, maybe the Amethyst Academy on our side. We could even potentially create like a, you know, a 3 to 5 faction uh armistice. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's D&D logic that we would go talk to the Silver Order, but I don't feel like it's good logic.
I think I'm fine with doing either, either going to the Silver Order or trying to hunt down the Queen. But I'm not sure we have time for a long rest to do it. Like I'm just feeling the crunch of time, and I say that with less than half health, and I would love a long rest.
Um,
I could send Puppy with a message, but I wouldn't get a response. And who's to say the puppy would make it without getting attacked by monsters in the meantime?
you guys, I know this is not any of your all strong suits, but you guys can make straight intelligence checks. I just don't feel like any skill would be appropriate for this. Hey, would you look at that? Hudson rolled a 21.
Go.
So, since it's a crit, um, while the while the city is certainly in imminent danger, more so than ever before, you do know that Eldrick Runeweaver was went to go and try and broker a peace or a compromise of some sort. You don't know what that might include, but you know that was within a day or two. Um, you guys have not been exploring. I know it took weeks for us to explore the tower, but it did not take weeks in game time. The so there is likely to be at least some pause on imminent attacks while talks are happening and decisions are being made. It does not seem likely that you come out of this and the city is already on fire. If you take a few more days, that may change. Um, you could go in and offer your assistance and perhaps prolong that period or speed it up depending on how things go. um, on the other hand, Blackjack Mel told you that the queen sent a messenger first. And when she received a reply, that's when she left. Um, you guys know that these are things that you guys know that she needs seals of Drakkenheim. There is one associated with the church. She is aware of the oncoming threat as well and might feel pressured to speed things along. And you also know that only one person can can uh, what is the word I'm looking for? Um, attune. That's what I'm looking for. Um, only one person can attune to each seal. Um, and I may have said that backwards. On a person can only attune to a single seal. That's more what I'm looking for. So she needs allies. She needs someone to attune to seals for her. Perhaps she's speaking with this woman to try to make some sort of alliance. Um, and you do know she's away. Um, you do have an opportunity to potentially go into her things and see what's what. She might have booby trapped things, she might have alarms. You're not sure, but that's there. That is also an opportunity. And with that information, maybe it will help you just make better decisions.
Is the Order of the Falling Fire, are they around the Cathedral of St. Vitruvio?
Let's take y'all to a map. Um, so, to answer your question, no, they are not near it. The Cathedral of St. Vitruvio is number 11.
Okay, so they're very much not near it.
The Falling Fire is down here at 13.
Oh, that's not terribly far. Okay.
Yeah, it's not terribly far,
I was thinking they were like on the other side of the crater.
but the Cathedral of St. Vitruvio is you know those hyena dogs that attack you a lot when you're roaming the streets? That is
Mm-hmm.
sort of their home base. That is where they are the center of. And there's a lot of important stuff there. It is the major cathedral of the city. Um, there's there's holy relics. Um, there is something that might be important to you all. A lot of documentation, especially for things like weddings. That's where the royal wedding would have occurred and where all the documentation would likely be kept. But St. Helens Abbey uh, has its own fair share of goodies, but that is where the falling fire reside.
So I was just trying to think what relics she might be
And
going after.
if I recall correctly, and I could be very wrong about this, so please tell me if I am. We decided that the Queensmen, Queen of Thieves and stuff, their sort of stuff was out here somewhere. Um, because I don't think it's an official spot on the map. So we just
Okay.
sort of winged it and said that's where it is.
And then the Silver Order was somewhere like far west or something like that.
Yeah, they're way out in the west, but slowly making their way closer and closer. They've had uh, scouting parties come in and burn the outskirts, and they are making their way towards the wall.
So it wouldn't be terribly far out of the way to try and run her down and catch her around St. Helens Abbey or like if we were thinking of heading toward, if those are our two options, heading towards Silver Order or running her down, she's kind of on the way. They're not far out of the way.
Yes, and as always, or as of now, um, you do have the opportunity to potentially explore her things before going after her or before going to the Silver Order. Maybe she'll know that you did it, potentially, or maybe it's booby trapped and you all die. Um, but if you wanted an opportunity to get info on her, this would be the time to do so.
I just feel like that's a if we're trying to gain her trust, that's a poor way to do it. You know, I'm with Knock, and I'm against that. And I fully expect that there would be booby traps and no arms and whatnot. I think my vote would be to try and track her down and head towards the Order of the Falling Fire.
Yeah, I mean, she's the linchpin.
And we kind of leave Puppy here in case we somehow miss her in the cross paths or something and she comes back before we run into her.
So it's settled. We're gonna go hunt her down and find her.
All right. Um, so you guys will be making your way towards St. Helena's Abbey for the very first time. Um, question as always, above ground or underground?
Oof. I think underground.
Did
All right.
we discuss what the actual relics or artifacts needed to get into the castle are last time?
I don't know, but I can tell you now.
Yeah, I was gonna
Maybe.
I was gonna share them with everybody if that we hadn't, so everybody has kind of an idea what we're looking for.
Okay, so I took the time to make sure that I had this pulled up. I just had to find the right tab. So one item is called the Chancellor's Crest. Then you have the Inscrutable Staff, which you guys just got at the um tower. Then there's the Lord Commander's Badge, which Elias Drexel of the Hooded Lanterns has. You've seen it pinned on his chest. Um, yes, I guess you guys would. I think I probably told Bull the exact thing. So the religious uh, thing you need to find is actually Saint Vitruvio's phylactery. Then there's the Spymaster's signet, which is a ring that the Queen of Thieves herself wears. You've all seen it on her finger. And then there's also the Steward's seal, which you guys found in the clock tower.
So with that, all of them are accounted for except for the Chancellor's Crest and the phylactery of Saint Vitruvio,
Yep.
which the phylactery would be assumed to be likely in the Cathedral of Saint Vitruvio. That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's
So it's really
essentially two that you don't
crest.
know, where they are.
Did Bull get any info on where to find that?
I have no idea. I forget what I tell people. Um, uh, we'll pretend like I did. Um, so the old chancellor, and this is not something any of you all would necessarily know. I'm going to go on the assumption that the Queen of Thieves told Bull. um, the old chancellor was named Barlin Barthas.
Old Barbar.
Put that in the chat for you guys. Um, and when the meteor struck, when the meteor struck, um, obviously there was a lot of chaos. Um, but he was last seen trying, like the rest of most of the rest of Drakkenheim, attempting to flee the city. And he did so, very similarly to you all, by trying to travel underground, going through the cisterns of the city, the aqueducts and cisterns of the city. He hasn't been seen since.
Frickin' rat men. It's
Or fish
always
people.
rat men.
Or fish people.
It's always rat men.
It's the Rat Men because we're on good standing with them.
Don't blame a rat.
Are we? Are we in good standing with them?
Yeah, I mean, we just saved one of their people, like literally last session. They love us. So I'm thinking then more. Yeah, let's go in the sewers and hope we run into a rat man and can question them about that. Also, I would kind of expect that the queen would be more likely to travel underground than overground.
All right. So, traveling to St. Helena's Abbey via underground route, hoping that potentially you run into some ratlings that you can speak with. Because another distraction is exactly what we need right now. Does that sound about right?
I mean, maybe we're casting our net too wide, but yeah.
All right. Then that is going to have to be where we end it for the night because I do not have any of that prepared. I am very sorry. But at least we're on a path. And I want you all to know, because I am vindictive, that I had a lot of really good items for you guys if you went to the Queen's office.
That's great, but we've also spent like
I know it.
we've
I
spent like
know it.
we've spent like 4 weeks working out this plan that she is crucial to.
I
She's
know it.
just not there. Ugh.
Yeah, I felt really bad about that, but yeah, people just aren't always where you want them to be. Especially when a city's about to be destroyed. I'm sorry.
Absolute. It happens.
I feel like a jerk doing that to you all, but she wouldn't she wouldn't just sit there being like, "Yep, city's about to be destroyed. Let me just wait around." Like that is not her.
That's one way to get us to interact with the falling fire people that we've been avoiding so far.
I mean, it was going to happen eventually. You got to get this, well, maybe not. You could have just gone and attacked the dog people and taken it for yourselves, but you got a cleric. He could probably attune to it. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. You'll all just have to wait on your amazing items.
Oh man.
But yeah, I've got nothing else prepared, so I'm very sorry. We'll have to end it.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna
that's
go
why
eat dinner.
that's why I said I thought it was very like a certain possibility that this could be a 5 minute long session. You guys find out the queen isn't there, and you're like, well, let's go somewhere else. And I have nothing. At least this time you went to and spoke to people. That was good. That was a nice way to extend it a bit. But yeah, I will talk to you. Oh, um, the next few weeks, while we've got everyone, well, most
Mm.
people on the call, it's the week before Christmas, Christmas, and New Year. Um, I definitely can't do Christmas or New Year. Um, Theoretically, is everyone good to do next week?
Yeah, I should be good.
Okay. Yeah, if everyone's good to do next week, we certainly can. But the following 2 weeks, like I said, I definitely cannot. It would be Christmas and New Year's. So, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Then I will talk to you guys next week.
All right. Bye, Internet.